Hey kids, good morning. This is Miss Mel. I will be your online tutor for today. And today our topic is about providing evidence to support opinions for grade 6 English, quarter 3, week 2. So first off, let's talk about opinion. So an opinion refers to a personal belief. It is a statement of what a person or an author believes. It also relates to how someone feels about something. Others may agree or disagree with your opinion. However, you must back it up with evidence and other supporting details to persuade your target audience or listeners. Now, let's talk about evidence. So, evidence is anything that tends to prove or disprove something. It is mostly thought of as proof to come to a belief, conclusion, and judgment about a topic. This may also include examples, images, personal experiences, diagrams, charts and graphs, surveys, experiments, and other secondary sources of information. The following sentence patterns will help you in citing evidence to support your opinions. This will also guide you to relate and get answers to essential questions below. First, what led you to the idea? And second, how does the evidence support your idea? So here are some examples of the sentence patterns. So first, in the blank paragraph, so it could be first, second, or third paragraph, the text states blank. In blank, it clearly shows that, based on what I read, an example may be found in the text states that the author defines or describes, the illustration depicts that, the survey graph or figure shows that. Let's read the selection about dugongs. Dugongs are warm-blooded sea animals. They are commonly known as sea cows because of their fondness for grazing on underwater seagrass. They are the only aquatic herbivorous mammals because they feed on plants exclusively. What makes it more interesting is that dugongs are more closely related to elephants than to other marine mammals like whales, dolphins, or seals. Dugongs swim using their whale-like tail and use their front flippers for balance and turning. They are often called gentle giants as they move slowly but graceful. Dugongs swim using their whale-like tail and use their front flippers for balance and turning. They are often called gentle giants as they move slowly but graceful. Another trait that makes them different from dolphins and whales is their ability to hold their breath for more than 15 minutes. These enormous vegetarians have a trunk-like flexible upper lip, thick skin covered with bristles, and nails on their forelimbs and replaceable teeth. They can weigh approximately 400 kilograms and grow up to 3 meters long. They can reach the age of 70. Dugongs can be found in the warm waters of Indian and Pacific Oceans. Sadly, they are in danger in some parts of the world. Populations that once flourished around India, Africa, and other tropical islands in Indian Ocean are now endangered due to degradation or loss of habitat, the seagrass. Large populations of dugongs still inhabits in the coastal of Australia since they are protected by law. Now let's answer some questions. So first question, what is the passage about? Why are they called gentle giants? So answer, the passage is about dugongs. They are called gentle giants because they are big, they move slow yet graceful. Question number 2, how are dugongs classified as herbivorous animals? Support your answer. Based on what I read, they are the only aquatic herbivorous mammals because they feed on plants exclusively. Question number 3. Why are dugongs closely relative to elephants than other marine mammals like dolphins, whales, and seals? What statements in the passage support your answer? So, in the second paragraph, the text states that what makes dugong more interesting is that dugongs are more closely related to elephants than other marine mammals. So if we refer back to the selection, it is stated there in the second paragraph. Question number 4. What do you think are the reasons why dugongs become endangered? So, based on what I read, dugongs are now endangered due to degradation or loss of habitat, the seagrass. Question number 5. What can we do to prevent the extinction of these animals? Answer, to prevent the extinction of these animals, we must do our best to protect their habitat by avoiding destructive fishing practices. A what, why, how strategy can also be used to help you remember to include appropriate evidence. Look at the chart below. So what? What do you think? This is your opinion. Dugongs are like elephants. Why? Why do you think it? These are the reasons. Dugongs and elephants are both enormous and they have the same nose or trunk. How? How do you know? Now this is your evidence. So it is stated, or in the second paragraph, the text states that dugongs are more closely related to elephants. In the fourth paragraph, it states that these enormous vegetarians have a trunk-like flexible upper lip. Next, the image shows that dugongs have trunk-like upper lip. Learning task 1. So let's go ahead and read the paragraph. Susan has been walking back and forth outside the operating room since 10 o'clock last night. She left for a while to get coffee from the vending machine and continued walking back and forth again, with her coffee and her cell phone in her hands. By 2 in the morning, she received a call. After receiving the call, she started texting Mr. Edgardo, informing him that she could not go to work today until the next day. So, questions, why do you think Susan would not go to work? Number 2, list evidence to support your answer. So, for question number 1, why do you think Susan would not go to work? So, I believe Susan would not go to work because of a family emergency, and she is the only one who can be with him. So, this is your opinion. And then number 2, list the evidence to support your answer. So, first evidence, based on the first sentence, Susan has been walking back and forth outside the operating room since 10 o'clock. This proves that she is worried. Evidence number 2. The last sentence states that by 2 in the morning, she received a call, and after receiving the call, she started texting Mr. Edgardo. So this can be a sign that other family members advised her that they cannot come to the hospital right away. So she's the only one who can be with the person. Okay. Next paragraph. Daniel called his best friend Frederick on Friday afternoon and invited him to come to his house after dinner to watch their favorite movie. It had been a long and tiring day, and Frederick looked forward to doing something nice, since he already finished answering his modules. After dinner, he hopped on his bicycle and pedaled over to Daniel's house. The house was dark, and when he rang the bell, there was no answer. Frederick turned to hop on his bike and rode home. So question number 1. What had Frederick realized? So in my opinion, I believe Frederick realized that nobody is home in Daniel's house. What's the evidence to support your answer? So based on the last sentence, the house was dark. Another evidence, when he rang the doorbell, there was no answer. Okay, learning task 2. Let's read a story about stepping up for what is just, based on real events by Matthew Alganis. So one evening in December 1955, Rosa Parks rode on a bus home after a long day's work. During that time, Black Americans were separated from white Americans in the bus. The front part of the bus was the section for white Americans. The back part was the section for Black Americans. When the front part of the bus became full, Black people had to give up their seats to white people. Rosa sat in the Black section of the bus. Shortly, the white section was filled. The bus driver asked Rosa to give up her seat to a white person, but she refused. She was tired of the treatment that she and other Black Americans received every day. Rosa and the bus driver had an argument. Eventually, the driver had Rosa arrested by the police and sent her to jail. This made the Black citizens of Montgomery angry. So they decided to boycott the buses by not riding on them. Instead, they organized carpools or walked when going to work. The boycott, which was done hoping that the city officials would be forced to change the unfair segregation laws, lasted for 381 days. Although the bus companies were losing money, the city officials did not give in to the demands of the Black citizens. Rosa's refusal to follow an unjust law was not disregarded though. 13 months after the boycott started, the U.S. Supreme Court declared that the segregation in public transportation was unconstitutional. In 1964, the U.S. Congress passed a law known as Civil Rights Act of 1964 that put an end to racial discrimination in the country. The bravery shown by Rosa Parks that night proved to be a transformative move for the American people. First question, what does racial discrimination mean? How was racial discrimination shown in America in 1964? So, racial discrimination involves treating someone unfavorably or unfairly because of his or her race, color, or natural origin. Based on the first paragraph, racial discrimination was shown in America in 1964 by how Black Americans were separated or segregated from the white Americans in the bus. Learning Task 2. How did Rosa Parks show her bravery? Fill the graphic organizer below to show your answer. Support it by providing evidence. So, Rosa Parks is a brave woman. First evidence would be in the second paragraph. The text states that the bus driver asked Rosa to give up her seat to a white person, but she refused. Second, in the fifth paragraph, the text states that Rosa refused to follow an unjust law. Third question, in your opinion, was it right for Rosa to refuse to follow the law at the time? Explain. So I believe it is right for Rosa to refuse to follow the law at the time because it is against human rights to be treated unfairly just because of his or her race, color, or natural origin. Question number 4. Does racial discrimination still occur around the globe? List down your evidence. So yes, racial discrimination still occur around the globe. According to a news report just last year, an anti-Asian hate swept cities of United States since the start of COVID-19 pandemic. Question number 5. How will you help indigenous people like Bajaus from people who treat them unjustly? So I can help indigenous peoples like Bajau by donating and volunteering to organizations that help protect and gives them shelter. Learning Task 3. Choose a topic of Philippine TV advertisement from the box. Then, state your opinion about the TV ad using the graphic organizer below. List evidence to support your opinion. So you can choose from toothpaste, shampoo, soft drinks, laundry detergent, bar soap, or body wash. So here's your graphic organizer. So example of what you can choose would be Breeze powder detergent. So first opinion, in my opinion, Breeze powder is the best detergent powder in the Philippines. So what would be the evidence to back up my opinion? Based on the TV advertisement, Breeze remove tough stains and kills 99.9% of bacteria on laundry. Second opinion, I believe Breeze powder is the most affordable detergent powder in the Philippines. Evidence to prove that opinion would be based on the suggested retail pricing advertised, Breeze would only cost 5 pesos per sachet. Learning Task 4. Complete the what, why, how chart on the next page by choosing one topic from the box. Then, write your reasons about it. Review your reasons and have a list of evidence to support each. Use appropriate sentence patterns in providing evidence. So, you can choose from best movie or TV show, best song or musician or band, best restaurant in your province, best place to visit, and best storybook. So this is our diagram. What do you think? And this is your opinion. So I choose the best place. So here, Boracay is the best place to visit in the Philippines. So this is what I think. This is my opinion. Next, why do you think it? Now, these are your reasons, or these are my reasons why I said Boracay is the best place to visit in the Philippines. So why? Boracay has beautiful white sand beaches with fun water activities we can enjoy. So this is my reason. Now, how would I know? And this is my evidence. Based on my research, it is considered as the beach capital of the Philippines. Okay, learning task 5. So we just need to put in the appropriate word on the blank. So let's start. An blank is a view or judgment formed about something and is not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. So what do you think is the appropriate word for this? Correct, opinion. So an opinion is a view or judgment formed about something and is not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. However, no one can possibly give a point of view if he or she could not provide pieces of blank that comes in different forms to support opinion expressed. So what do you think is the right word? You're right, evidence. Okay? As the saying goes, everyone is entitled to his or her own opinion. However, expressing personal belief without supporting details, bases, or bits of evidence is considered correct, irresponsible. Okay, hence, one should be blank when giving an opinion. Right answer would be tactful or considerate. Okay? Every person must understand what has transpired so that the opinion expressed, either written, drawn, or spoken, becomes worthy and right, meaningful, as well as convincing to the target audience. Great, now let's move on to the assessment. So direction. Read each statement carefully. Write the letters of your answer on your answer sheet. Question number 1. Which of the following statement is incorrect? A. An opinion is what a person thinks or believes. B. An opinion is necessarily based on facts or knowledge. C. An opinion relates to how someone feels about something. Or D. An opinion seems true, valid, or probable on one's own mind. Which do you think is incorrect? That's right, letter B. An opinion is not necessarily based on facts or knowledge because it's just an opinion. Question number 2. Which of the following statement is not true? Not true about evidence. Letter A, it supports a point of view. B, it can be found in secondary sources. C, it tends to prove or disprove something. D, it speaks for itself once introduced or presented. Correct answer would be letter D. Right? Because again, A, B, and C is the definition of an evidence. Alright, let's move on to question number 3. So, which of the following is not a source of evidence? So, not a source of evidence. Letter A, surveys. B, personal experiences. C, graphs or charts. And D, speeches from irrelevant people. Correct answer would be speeches from irrelevant people is not a source of evidence. Moving on to question number 4. Which of the following opinion is supported by evidence? Letter A, dogs are better than cats. B, Niyog-Yogan Festival is deemed as the festival of all festivals. C, the survey shows that parents prefer modules over online learning. Or D, Lucena North 1 Elementary School Canteen serves the best merienda. So again, which of the following opinion is supported by evidence? So the answer would be letter C. Last question for assessment. Which of the following is not true in providing evidence to support your opinion? Letter A, it is a way to persuade the audience. B, it reflects authenticity and relevance. C, it helps audience to think uncritically. Or D, it helps the audience connect the previous knowledge to current situation. Answer would be letter C, because providing evidence will help the audience to think critically, not uncritically. Okay? So, lastly, we have the reflection. I understand that you have to write here what you have understood about the topic that we've discussed today. I realized that. Just write here what you have realized, and I need to learn more about, so what you think you should need to learn more about. Perfect. So, kids, thank you very much for your time and for listening to our discussion today. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, suggestions, or any comments, please leave it down below. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated for more videos and tutorials like this. Again, this is Mel, and thank you for your time. You have a great day ahead. Bye!